All right. We're going to come to standing on the mat. Now we're working with the energy of the waxing crescent moon. So we're going to see some crescents in our practice today. All right, grounding through the feet, feeling the inner toe mounds connected to the earth, outer heel, inner heel, and little toe mounds. Then lift your toes, spread them out, and bring them down. Start to line everything up, hips over ankles, shoulders over hips, ears over shoulders, and turn your palms forward. Inhale and exhale. So we're going to just let the breath smooth out first. And then just as the moon is deepening as it waxes, we're going to deepen our breath. So we're going to start with a 4-4 breath. So exhale, belly button to spine. Inhaling through the nose for 4, 3, 2, 1. Now just hold here and exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Now we'll do that 5 in and 5 out. Inhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a breath. We'll go up to 6, and you stop at any point that is appropriate for you. Here we go. Inhale, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And exhale for 6. All right, take a breath here. Now, if you want to go for 7, 7, go for 7, 7, and then go up to 8, 8. Otherwise, stay at the point where you felt most comfortable. Okay, so just on your own, either we're going 2 more times, either 7, 7, 8, 8, or just 6, 6s, 5, 5s. Ready? Feel yourself growing on the inhale. Softening on the exhale. And one more time. Growing on the inhale. Softening on the exhale. And then whenever you're done, just let your breath come back. Loosen up those arms and legs. Inhaling and exhaling. So, as usual, when it's early, we want to just start moving things around. So go ahead and bending the knees and hips. Let those arms move forward and back. And then keeping your feet slightly wider than hip width distance, we'll move into cats and cows here. So we'll make it nice and long today. Arms out. And then round forward, fingertips touch for cat, and arms open back, heart shines up into your cow. And just keep going. This is a familiar move, so just keep working cat and cow. And just make sure that you're not throwing your head back when you come into cow. Going at a pace that feels great to you. And the next time your arms are forward and your fingertips are touching, go ahead and bring your palms to touch whenever you get there. And then start to straighten the legs, bring the hands to your heart. All right, we're going to take the arms straight up and start working on our side body. So the feet are just where they were. They're staying nice and grounded now. Let your left elbow come down as you reach straight up with the right fingertips. And then switch sides. Right elbow down, reach straight up with the left fingertips. And right arm up, left arm up. We want the feet to stay grounded. We're starting to open the side body here. Right arm up, left arm up, right and left. All right, give your arms a little shake. Now we're going to take it to a crescent here. So your feet are going to be start out wider than hip width distance, almost even mat width distance apart. And step your right leg behind your left. Step out to the side, step your left leg behind your right. Now a lot of times here we start going into curtsy lunge and bring the arm down. Right now we're just taking the leg behind and we're staying upright, because we're going to be turning this into a crescent. So we're just loosening up the hips a bit here, stepping side to side. Now the next time your right leg is back, stay here, draw your arms up, take your right wrist in your left hand and tilt to the left. There's your crescent. And bring it down, left leg back, stay here, arms up, left wrist in your right hand, and tilt. And let's make that one smooth move now. Arms up as you step back with the right, tilt. And arms up as you step back with the left and tilt. And release. All right, shake things out. We're going to go for some twisting here. The feet are about mat width distance apart. The lower body is going to move with you, and we're just gently reaching side to side, reach and reach. And now we can start taking the hands a little closer to the earth. You go as far as you want to go here. Hands down. Coming back up through center, and then reaching for the sky. And hands back to center. Reach right, reach left, reach right, reach left, and come back to center. Now find mountain pose, either with your feet hip width distance, or if you want to try a little, I feel like this is a little less stable, but it's also fun. The feet are touching and the legs are touching. And find mountain pose here. So whichever one you prefer. And then just observe your energy moving through your body here. We've woken it up, so let's shake things out, okay? So we'll be using the block or something to lift your hips later, so everybody's identified where that is. It won't come into play for a while here though, so just know where it is, and then come to the top of your mat. Okay, we're going to play with our half lift to forward fold a few times here. Inhale, float the arms up. Exhale, bend your knees and hips, swan dive, bring your hands to your shins. If they don't want to go that low, just bring them to your thighs here. And then let your hands slide up your legs as you come into a half lift, shine your heart forward. The legs are straightening. And then bend back down, forward fold, bent knees and hips, hands slide down the legs, and come into a half lift. And again, fold down, half lift. And this time when we fold down, we'll bring the fingertips to the mat and step back to downward facing dog. Coming into dog, bend one knee and then the other. Roll over the toes, give the feet a nice massage. Press through the heel to start lengthening the calves. Then press one heel down and hold. Press the other heel down and hold. Press both heels down and hold. Bring your knees down and sit off to the side. Finding seated mountain pose. Sit up nice and straight with your feet flexed, spine nice and long. We're in mountain pose here. So we feel connected through the sit bones, and we want those to be nice and even on the mat. All right, and in the spirit of a week away from Thanksgiving, bring your hands to your heart, turn your gaze to your fingertips, and think of one or more things that you're grateful for. All right, now we're going to just expand through the heart. And I would tell you, one of the things that I'm always very grateful for is this community. So thank you all for being here. Inhale, float the arms up. Now exhale, clasp your hands behind you and just shine your heart up. Again, you take your gaze up, but we don't throw the neck back. And then you might decide to lift the hands away from the hips, or you might decide to keep them here. The heart is open either way. We breathe and release. Okay? And one more time. Inhale, exhale, clasp. Change the clasp of your fingers if they went the same way they did last time. And lift your heart, breathing into that gratitude that you identified, and release. All right, let's shake things out. And now we're going to be grateful for our cores. All together now, yay, right? Yeah, I know. All right, so let's go ahead and take it back and cross your right ankle over your left, okay? So hold on to the back of your thighs and start rocking. Now this is a momentum rock, so you're really drawing your legs back and forth, and then when you get some momentum going, come up without putting your feet down. Your core kicks in immediately, and your arms go forward. Now if your feet came down, see if you can lift them up. Okay, bring it back. Take left ankle over right. Do we have this now? That's what we're doing. We're rock, rock, rock. Come up. Woo, core kicks right in. Arms are forward. All right, take it back. Right ankle over left. Rock, rock, rock. Come up. Hold. And as if this wasn't enough, uncross your feet, uncross your ankles, and do some bicycles here. Bring it back down, cross your left ankle over your right, rock, rock, rock. Come on up, uncross, and bicycle some more. And bring it down. All right, let's take a little break here. Raise one leg if you're starting to feel any core action here. You got it? Okay, good. Inhale and exhale. Now we're going to try reverse bicycle. Cross your right ankle over your left. Rock, rock, rock. Come up. Core is engaged. Uncross. Flex your feet. And see about reversing the bicycle. This is really weird. Bring it down. Left ankle over right. Rock, rock, rock. Come on up, uncross, and reverse. All right, bring it down, hug your knees in, inhale and exhale. All right, so now we're going to get a little oblique action happening here. Okay, so go ahead, hold on to your thighs, and leave your ankles uncrossed for this. Rock, 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 come up, release, bring your palms together, take your knees to the right and your arms to the left. And now take your knees to the left and your arms to the right, come center and down. All right, let's rock, rock, rock. Come up, palms touch, knees to the right, arms left, knees left, arms right. Come center and down. All right, we're going to do that one more time. Option to add a bicycle. So rock, rock, rock. Come up, palms together, knees right, arms left, maybe bicycle. Then if you're doing the bicycle, just come through center, everybody. Okay, other side, knees left, arms right. Come center, take it down, hug in, bring your feet to the mat, and let your knees open and close. Whew. Inhale and exhale here. All right. Are we good to move on? Give me a leg if we're good to move on. Your core is really, yeah, your core got some work. It's happy. All right. So let's go ahead and do some water wheel. All right. We don't do this very often in this class, but we're going to do it today. All right. So take your hands down by your side. Ground through your left foot. Keep energy in your left leg. And we're going to start water wheel on the right. This is for the hips. Bring the right knee in, point up, flex down. And keep this gentle. So sometimes that means not bringing your legs so far down because that starts to get back into the core. We really just want a nice little circle for the hips here. Knee in, point up, flex down. And the next time the right knee is in, hold it in, flex your foot. Same deal, the lower your heel is, the more your core is going to work. So just keep that in mind as you flex out, point up, knee in. So you decide where to take your leg. Flex out, point up, knee in, reverse water wheel. And the next time your right knee is in, hold on to your right shin or hamstring. Keep that left foot grounded, energy in the left leg. Take your left arm out from your shoulder and let your right leg open out to the right and back to center. Okay, we're moving the hip here. That's why we don't want the left leg to start rocking with us. We want to keep this action in the right hip. Now come back to center. Take your left hand outside your right thigh. Extend your right arm out from your shoulder. Let your left leg straighten any amount it wants to or it's willing to. And let your right knee come just past the belly button. Now keeping your right shoulder on the mat, let your right hip lift and take that knee farther over to the left. Take your gaze past your right fingertips. As you come back through center, let your right ankle slide across your left thigh. Draw your legs in towards you and move your legs forward and back. Side to side. In a circle, one direction and the other. And come back to center, extend your left leg, point and flex the foot. Rotate one direction and the other, and release, unwind 2 feet to the mat. Gently let the knees open and close. Moving to water wheel on the left, hands by your side. That right foot now is staying grounded. The left knee comes in, point up, flex down. Make nice smooth circles. Be mindful of how low you take your leg. You might want to take it low. You might want to keep it a little higher. And the next time your left knee is in, hold it in. As we reverse the water wheel, flex out, point up, knee in. And the next time your left knee is in, hold it in. Hold on to your left shin or hamstring. Make sure that right leg and foot stays grounded. Take your right, your arm out from your shoulder and open the left hip out to the left and back to center. We really want to keep that right hip in contact with the mat here. Now hold that leg in next time you're at center. Extend your right leg any amount. Take your right hand outside of your left leg. Extend your left arm out from your shoulder. And keeping the hips grounded, let that left knee come just past the belly button. Now we're going to let the left hip lift, but keep the left shoulder grounded. Take that knee over to the right, gaze past your left fingertips. Come back through center. Draw the left ankle across the right thigh. Make sure that left foot is flexed. Legs in towards you, side to side. This is an open pigeon position. We're moving around. Take the legs forward and back. And circle one direction and the other. All right, now come back to center. Take your right leg up, point and flex. And circle one direction and the other. All right, release, unwind, 2 feet to the mat. Open and close those knees. And come to hands and knees. Make sure your knees are going to be happy. We're going to do a hand and knee balance, okay? It's called bird dog. A lot of people refer to it as bird dog. So if you're okay in tabletop, come to tabletop. If not, you can do this with your hands on a chair or the wall. The knees are under the hips. The wrists are under the shoulders. Now that's a big angle for the wrists, so if you want to walk your hands a couple of steps forward, that works too. We're going to square off the hips. Take the right leg back without pulling the hips up. We're lifting the right leg to hip height, okay? Engage the core and float the left arm by the left ear. Now flex your right foot and point your toes toward the earth. Press through the right heel energetically and press through the left fingertips energetically. So you can feel that lengthening and that stretch. When you bring your hand and knee back, try and get them to the mat at the same time. And now we take the left leg up to hip height without opening the hips. Float the right arm by the right ear. Flex your left foot. Energetically press through your left heel and your right fingertips. You see how this is a balance pose, right? And then bring your hand and your knee to the mat, landing possibly at the same time. All right, let's come up to the knees here. Shake out those wrists. And we're going to do that one more time. This time we'll just float into it. The leg and arm move in unison. Here we go. Take your tabletop or alternative and right leg, left arm. Flex your right foot. Feel your energy driving out through the right heel and those left fingertips. See how light you can be now on your right wrist. And bring the hand and knee back down. Float up, left leg, right arm. Flex your left foot. Energy forward and back, light as possible on that left wrist. Hand and knee back down, child's pose. So in the child's pose, as we ground the forehead, right? We're resting the forehead either on the mat, our hands. This is our third eye, the seat of our intuition. And call to mind your gratitudes while you're here. And then find your way to downward facing dog. And maybe you're even grateful for how well your body moves as you head from child's pose into down dog. And then take a mindful journey, bringing your feet to your hands. With your knees and hips bent, bring your forearms to your thighs. Bring your hands to your heart. Exhale, and as you inhale, press through the legs. Inhale, fingertips up toward the sky. And exhale into mountain pose. And you might decide to try that legs touching version, or you might decide to move into feet hip width. And let's shake things out. All right, how are you guys feeling? I'm going to show you something because it's new, all right? So we're going, when we move into our sun salutations, which we'll be doing in a minute, I'm just trying to decide how you could best see it. I think I'll turn this way. We're going to come into our lunge like we do, right? And then from the lunge, spin the back heel down and be walking the hands over to the side and forward. You see what I'm doing here? Yeah. All right, and then from here, we're going to come into a wide-legged forward fold, walk the hands back around, and either leave your knee up for high plank or take it down for knee down plank, and we'll continue with our sun salutation. Did that make sense? It will when we go through it. Okay. All right, so top of the mat here. Inhale and exhale. I think I'll start on the side I demonstrated that at, just so I don't get more confused than usual. All right, here we go. Mountain pose. Inhale, float the arms up. Exhale, swan dive. Take a half lift. Bring your fingertips down. Here's that lunge back right leg. Okay, we love this, right? We get to move the hips around. It feels really great. Now we're going to do even a deeper stretch. Bring your right foot to the mat, your right heel down. Walk your hands to the inside of your left foot. Walk them over to the right and forward. Now continue, bring your hands in closer to you and continue walking the hands around to the right till you're in a wide-legged forward fold, and just move freely in your wide-legged forward fold. Maybe you want to bring your hands to your thighs. Maybe you want to keep them down. Maybe you want to move the head, move the shoulders. Just enjoy it. Walk your hands back around to the left so you have one hand on either side of your left foot now, and come into plank, either knee down or knee up. Your choice plank. Chaturanga. We'll lift into cobra. Think about shining gratitude forward as you shine your heart forward, and release. And find your way to downward facing dog. All right, now take your right leg up, take a big step forward, okay? Bring your back knee down and arrange yourself for a low crescent lunge here. Bring your hands down, tuck your back leg, lift your back knee, and one big step brings you forward, half lift, forward fold, flip the arms out and up, palms touch, and hands come heart center. I'm going to go to this side so I don't have my back to you in that wide-legged forward fold. Did that all make sense? Did it feel good, that stretch? Yeah. All right, so let's do it on the left here. Find mountain pose. Take a few breaths. Inhale, flip the arms up. Exhale, swan dive. Half lift. Fingertips down. Lunge back left. Enjoy this lunge. Now bring your left heel down. Walk your hands over to the left and forward and extend. Walk your hands back in towards you and come into wide-legged forward fold here. Inhale and exhale and move around. Now walk your hands back around to the right, one hand on either side of your right foot. You're coming into knee up or knee down plank. Chaturanga. Cobra, let's lift and release. Now slide your hands down below your shoulders, maybe 6 inches. We'll come back into Cobra using the hands to lift us even higher. Cobra. And release. All right, hands back under the shoulders, find downward facing dog. Take your left leg up. We're going to step forward, bring the right knee down, and arrange our body so it might, you might need to wiggle that front foot forward or the back knee back or both and come into low crescent lunge. Hands down. Tuck your back toes. Lift the knee. One giant step takes you forward, half lift. Forward fold and float the arms out and up, palms touch. Good. And hands come heart center and shake things out. All right. So let's go ahead and do some leg strengthening. Okay. Because again, next week is a holiday, very busy holiday season for many of us starting. So let's work on our chairs. All right. We're going to take the feet hip width. Everybody has a block? Let's do it with a block. Okay, if you didn't have a block, you could just imagine a block. But what this is going to do is keep energy in between your thighs and also keep your knees from doing this or this. Okay, so we've got the block in between the thighs and we're going to start setting the hips back. We feel the weight descending into the heels, right? We want to keep the heart lifted, bend the knees, bring the arms to shoulder height, and press through the feet, lift up. And let's do that again. And up. So we don't want to sacrifice our heart lifting to go deeper in the chair. We want to take our chair to where we can go without doing this, okay? Maybe you're going a little deeper each time as we warm this up. And lift. Now we're going to pulse. That'll really warm things up. So take it down and pulse. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Stand up and sweep down. See where you went. And come up. All right, so remove the block, pretend it's still there, and come into your chair again. And now if it works for you, bring your arms up by your ears. Did your knees stay stable? Press through the feet, lift up, hands down, shake it out. Whew. All right, let's shake things out. So we're going to work on balance now with the feet hip-width distance apart. And it's a good time to do a sun and moon. So let's go ahead and find our balance with the feet hip-width distance apart, all four corners of the feet connected. The toes are spread wide apart. We have a drishti. We're looking at a spot that isn't moving here. And we have a calm mind, so we inhale through the nose. Exhale, calm the mind. Hands to hips, right heel up. Now make sure that left leg is still straight and strong engaged, not the hip jutting out. Find your drishti and see about floating that right knee up. Just see where your balance is right now on this side. And release. And then see where it is on the other side. Right heel, this is your left heel, right leg stays strong. Drishti, float it up. And release. All right. Bring that into the sun and moon. As you lift your right knee, left arm goes up. Right fingertips press down to the earth. There's that energy up and down. And release. All right. Now we're doing it on the left. Left knee, right arm, energy up through the right fingertips and down out the left fingertips. Nice and long. Good, and release. Are you okay? Something hurt? Okay. All right, let's float into it again. Right knee, left arm. And release. Now, falling in and out of balance is not a problem. Pain is a problem. So if it's, if you just wind up off balance, that's great. You're teaching your body. Left knee, right arm. Energy up and down. Yeah. And release. Shake it out. All right. So we're going to take the legs wide. We'll be moving into warrior two. So you could either turn sideways, or if you want to stay facing forward, move your mat, switch your mat around. Take your legs warrior two wide, which means when you take your arms out, you're going to pretty much find your ankles under your wrists. That's how wide we are. Now bring your hands back to your hips. Turn your right toes to the right, left toes in at an angle. Okay. We're leveling the pelvis here. Bend your right knee. Both feet are super grounded. Right knee over ankle. Shoulders over hips. Arms out from the shoulders. Gaze past your right fingertips. All right, so again, as we approach the holiday season, we may need a little patience. And doing this archer version of Warrior Two takes patience, because we might want to start to just move the arm and open. That's not what we're doing. So we're taking the gaze to the left and then slowly draw that left arm forward. Keep your gaze on your left hand, and the left hand meets the right, and then gently comes up the right arm through center. Keep your gaze to your left fingertips as you open. You see how that can take a little bit of patience? Let's go ahead and take that left arm back around. Keep your gaze on your left fingertips. Keep the movement slow. And draw across, opening to the left. And do it on your own one more time. And when you are in Warrior Two now with your gaze to the left, stay here and then turn your gaze back to the right. This is a forward-looking pose, so we're looking ahead. And then turn all 10 toes forward. Bring your hands to touch. Find your hip creases. If you prefer, you can put your index fingers in them. Keep your legs straight and fold halfway. Now you should be feeling something in the back of your legs here. If you're not, you might have your hips behind you. So have your hips over your ankles. Breathe. Press through the feet, lift, and step together, shake things out. We'll do that on the left. Alrighty, let's go ahead and come wide stance again. Left toes this time, turn left, right toes are in at an angle. Level the pelvis, bend your left knee. Right over your left ankle. The right leg is grounded, shoulders are over hips. Arms are out in line with the shoulders, and we're gazing past the left fingertips here. Then we turn back, find our right hand, follow the right hand around, slowly, patiently, letting the right hand come to the left, up the arm, across the body, open to the right. All right, 2 more times. And when you finish, you'll find yourself looking towards your right fingertips. Turn your gaze back to the left in your Warrior Two. Bring your hands to your heart, turn your toes forward, and descend into anything that feels good. Maybe it's folding and moving around. Maybe it's standing up and wiggling. So just go ahead and start to loosen up your body. And start to make your way back up to standing and back to a mountain pose. So we're going to find mountain pose. Bring the hands to the heart. Turn your gaze towards your heart. Feel your energy flowing through you. Revisit your gratitude. Be sure to say thank you to your body for everything it's done for you so far. Inhale your fingertips up and exhale. All right, so as you just continue shaking out a little bit, find your block or a blanket, a folded up towel, whichever you're choosing for our final our back bending here. I'm going to use a blanket today just to be different. Just because you have a block doesn't mean you always have to use a block. And when you're ready, come to the top of the mat. Anything else you want for you when you're in final relaxation, have that. As a matter of fact, before we come down, does everybody have a strap? Grab your strap. We'll use the strap in Viparita Karani. It just helps to support the legs. So you could totally do it without a strap, but it's fun to do it sometimes with a strap. Okay, so here we go. The feet are hip-width distance apart. Inhale, float the arms up. Exhale, swan dive. Just feel that swan dive wherever you are. You might have your head high above the heart. You might be lower. Just feel that swan dive. Again, we're thinking about the back of the legs, and if you're not feeling anything back there, it could be because your hips are behind your heels, so bring your hips in line with your heels. Now bring your hands to your thighs, bend your knees, shine your heart forward. Inhale. Continue bending the knees and hips, bring your fingertips down, and step back to downward facing dog. So in this dog, we're going to bring the big toes together and take the knees to one side, hips to the other, and switch. And come back to center. Bring your knees to the mat, sit off to the side, and find seated mountain pose. Flex your feet, sit up nice and tall. Turn your palms out, and as you inhale, draw energy up from the earth. Touch your palms, and exhale, bring your hands to your heart. All right, let's shake things out, and we're going to come into a little bit of forward folding. So nice, gentle forward folding here. Inhale with your legs long, but soft. Arms up, and just melt forward. And roll your hands up your legs. Now take your legs to a V. Again, it's soft. We're not trying to do a big split. If that's natural for you, then you go ahead and do that. The legs are soft. Inhale, float the arms up, and just exhale, melt forward. Let your hands come down wherever it's comfortable for you. Often we're keeping the spine long and looking past the fingertips. Right now we're just rounding, and the gaze is softly toward our bodies. All right, sit up. Bring your feet to touch here, okay? If this pose isn't for you, the Baddha Konasana, then just do this with your legs in a V again, or your legs straight, whichever you prefer. Okay, so we're in Baddha Konasana here. Inhale, gently float the arms up, and exhale, just gently move into your Baddha Konasana. Again, we're in a more rounded position here. All right, sit up, extend your legs, give them a crazy shake. Have your hip elevator and your strap nearby. We're going to roll down. Settle the spine on the mat. Now take whatever you're putting under your hips and slide it under. All right, so this is a very gentle back bend. And what we're going to do here is extend the right leg long and the left arm back. If that bothers your back, then don't do this, okay? Do one or the other, and if that still bothers, do neither. Okay, bring your foot back, hand down, extend your left leg, right arm. And bring it in. Now we're going to extend right leg, left arm. If you're not doing this, then just go ahead and do some butterfly knees. Move your hips around. Okay, we're extending. Now we're going to extend the left leg as well, right arm back. So we've got 2 legs and 2 arms. We'll bring the left leg, right arm in, right leg, left arm in. And we're just going to do that one more time, starting on the left. Left leg, right arm. Right leg, left arm. Right leg, left arm in. Left leg, right arm in. All right, so we're going to keep the hips right where they are and grab the strap. Draw your knees in towards you and put the strap around the balls of both feet. Now, if bringing your legs up brings too much blood flow to the head, you can keep your legs down like this, right? Keep your feet low. You can do it with bent knees, or you can come into the straight leg Viparita Karani, flex your feet, and just hold on to the strap. So the strap just helps us keep the legs up. It's kind of a supported Viparita Karani. All right, now go ahead, bend your knees, remove the strap, put it off to the side, bring your feet to the mat. Lift off your block or whatever you're using, take it out of your way, and let your spine rest comfortably on the mat. So we just took the spine in an arched position. Now we're going to round it with Apanasana. So extend the arms and legs, inhale, and then exhale, draw your knees in. And you might hold on to your shins here. You might hold on to your hamstrings, the back of your thighs. And just let your spine relax. All right, now we're going to put the hands, if they're on the shins, put them behind the knees. Everybody, hands behind the knees. Let your knees come away from you. Let your legs separate, maybe hip width or slightly wider apart, and massage your spine side to side. So the reason we put the hands here is so that the knees can be as far away from the chest as the arms allow, and we're getting a lower portion of the spine here, closer to the sacrum. Now extend arms and legs, inhale, exhale, and come into happy baby. So as you take your legs up and flex your feet, the hips are lifting. So when we come into happy baby, whether you're holding your feet, your thighs, anywhere else, okay, and we massage, you'll feel higher on the spine. The massage is higher on the spine. So rocking around happily in your happy baby. All right, now release, bring your feet to the mat, gently butterfly the knees, hands down by your side. Just take your right leg up. If you want it straight up, what we're doing is ankle work. So we just need to clear the mat. We need room to point and flex the foot. And circle the ankle one direction and the other, and now switching sides, point and flex, circle and circle the other way. 2 feet to the mat here. We're going to take the arms long out from the shoulders, extend through the fingers and wiggle, extend and wiggle, make a gentle fist, and then rotate your wrists one direction and the other. Keep your arms long and let your head go side to side, checking in with the neck. And come back to center. And now bring your arms comfortably by your side. Scan your body from head to toe. Do any final movements that your body requires so that you can be settled in your final relaxation. So just scan your body, see what it wants. Align yourself for your final relaxation for this practice. Legs straight, knees bent, feet wide, knees toward each other or any other way. Okay. Palms up is traditional. But if your shoulders are saying palms down would feel better right now, then that's what you do. And when you're in your final relaxation position, take a nice inhale through the nose. And as you slowly exhale, release your body onto the earth and just let the earth support you as you stop doing and just be in final relaxation. Slowly begin to bring your awareness back to your space. Invite a deeper breath. Gently bring movement back to your body. And on your next inhale, take a nice stretch. Exhaling, draw in, give yourself a hug. Find your way over to a side and back up to a nice, easy seat. As you turn your gaze to your own good heart and your bright spirit, thank and honor yourself for your practice, and we thank and honor each other for sharing this time. Namaste.